Top of the morning to everybody. This video was a request from all of my friends when they saw me pack one time. This isn't a regular cruise. We're going on an extended cruise, and I believe it's for 11 days. But the kicker is we have to fly back home. So in other words, I am going to have to pack everything unless you want to pay that extra charge for checked luggage. No one thinks anyone can do it, but I've seen it done before and I tried the method and it works. Stick with me till the end. This is how we're going to do it, and I'll tell you what this method is called. First, we're going to start with 4 pairs of pants. And I also have solid colors in my pants, and we go by placing them end one way. Then the next pair of slacks, you place in the opposite way. Fitting it right into the thing. You smooth your clothes out as you go. This also keeps the wrinkles away in this method that they're using. And I have 1 pair of jeans because the previous guy who did it many a decade ago. So I know you're going to sneak 1 pair of jeans in. So here's that pair of jeans. We always say light clothes, but here it is. I have some khaki pants. And remember, there are 4 pairs of pants. And each time you put your pants in, you put them in the opposite direction. Now, sometimes you'll find out that you mess your directions up here or there, and I do it all the time myself. But in the end, it's all going to work out. Then we're going to have 2 pairs of shorts. We're going to a warm environment. We place them right in, fold over the small end of the shorts, and if you have to, just the bottom in there. That won't hurt anything with the creases. Then the opposite way with the next pair of shorts. And finally, the 3rd pair of shorts. And everyone wants to know, is he going to be able to do it? Is he going to be able to do it? It works every time. As a matter of fact, and remember, this is strict carry-on luggage. I've got a Travel Pro Elite Plus carry-on, and it's an expandable hard side. But obviously, if we want to go through carry-on, we are not going to expand this luggage at all. Now, next shirts. I go with the dress shirts first with collars, and we'll go like this. Now, when you start your shirts, you must button them up all the way to the top so they'll be smooth. Then you lay them down the opposite direction of your slacks, putting your collar in that way. You leave your arms draped out the same way you did your slacks. Then you take your shirt and you fold that over. Now, I have got 6, I believe, long shirts and probably 7 dry fit golf shirts on the other side. Let's see how this goes. Arms out again. Bottom in. And we will be, as you go, smooth your clothes out so you keep your wrinkles out. And you can fold some in. And we just keep repeating the process. And remember, your arms go out because in the last part of this is called the bundling method, but very few people have tried this method with carry-on, not with this many clothes. Now, if you notice, most of my clothes, the golf shirts that we're going to get to in just a moment, all of them basically are solid colors. Now, you can get 2 to a month worth of clothes in this. Of course, you may have to launder your clothes at your destination once or twice, but you will have all your clothes. And they switch in and out with the pairs of slacks, which remember we had 6 pairs of slacks to go in here. And we had probably about 14 shirts to go in here. Even though they're short sleeve, you still stick those out, fold over, smooth out as you're going, so no wrinkles. Switch directions again with your arms going out. And we're going to fold over again, making our clothes nice and as wrinkle-free as possible. And that's why this method is so great, because it's also very, very good on non-wrinkles. Now, we're going to get to golf shirts. And the first ones are solid colors, which will switch in and out with the rest of your type of clothing, so you have multiple outfits to go to. Now, I also pack a vest, but I don't have it with me yet. We're going to just continue with our packing. And you switch directions each time, folding your arms out, folding the bottoms over, keeping up with the process, reversing directions each time. And I guarantee this is going to work. And it always does. People are surprised. Now, anything that I have left over in the end, I'll have my valet bag in here, an extra pair of shoes on the other side. But what we will do, you also have an underseater on the plane. So anything that's not going to go into this bag will go into the underseater. And once again, you keep folding, smoothing as you go, with the arm straight out. Continue to switch directions. This also works for women and their clothes, especially when you have skirts. You put them in this way and keep switching when you get to the tops, like I'm doing with the top. Switch directions. And with the final shirt, once again, arms out and over. Now, we simply start folding from the opposite directions. Couple of shirts this way, couple of shirts this way. And as I say, I often mess this up. But we did it right this time with this bundling method, taking care to keep your creases out. And if anybody says, oh, he didn't do it right, oh, well, what was you? As long as I'm going on vacation. And the only thing I did in regards to this bundling method was, of course, had my clothes pressed in advance of starting this. And at the end, when everything is bundled, we will simply compress just an inch or so until we have everything inside on the sides. Now, one thing I did not show you, most bags have that infamous hump inside. I did not show you where you could actually start to put your valet bag in those ditches and socks down in the crevices and stuff, but we all know about that. So now We have our clothes bundled, and we are into this position. We will just simply make sure that we're down everything everywhere. Now, here's the magic. I want to show you this. There's not going to be any fuss or fight with closing this. Now, if you'll notice, I want you to look in this side. My videographer is going to show you this. I still have another side where I could certainly fit some more things. However, I want to show you this final stage. Tuck all the corners in. No pressing, no haggling. A month's worth of clothes and a carry-on. Rest of my stuff, the underwear, my tech gear and pajamas, medications, be in my underseater. God bless you all. And as you see, I still had more room to put more stuff in here. Bless you, and you all have a real good day.